Hey everybody, how you doing? This is Byron of Byron Riley CPA, and I just wanted to talk to you real quick about tax planning versus tax preparation. Common question I get sometimes when it comes time for tax preparation, people ask, do you also include tax planning with that? Or will you help me plan for my taxes? And sometimes people don't understand that tax planning and tax preparation are really two separate engagements, two different objectives, and can even require two different skill sets and different training. All right. And so I'm going to share a screen with you here. Just give you a little bit about, show you, hopefully kind of help explain the difference between tax planning and tax preparation. All right. So with tax preparation, one of the things we're often looking at when we're doing tax preparation, one of the main goals, the reason why you file taxes is to be compliant with your state and federal laws, all right? And along with tax preparation, your CPA, your bookkeeper, tax preparer, enrolled agents who are preparing your taxes, oftentimes what they're doing is compiling data, all right? Now, how they compile the data to get you the best outcome, but at the end of the day, it's really compiling data, taking data, putting it into the tax form, put it into the software, and getting it ready for you. Now, it helps to have some knowledge about that, know the best way to do it to get the best optimal result for you. But at the end of the day, you're really compiling data. Now, tax preparation, as it relates to being able to save your taxes, when you get your taxes done, you kind of help capture that time frame. So it's limited opportunity for real planning when it comes down to tax prep. Poor preparation can be expensive. If you don't take the time to properly prepare what your potential liability may be, tax liability may be, you could be looking at possible penalties and interest. Another deal about tax preparation, it is a historical view. It is a look back. It is not forward projecting, all right? Tax preparation can also require some guessing, all right? Whereas tax planning, you can project forward, but definitely tax preparation, the tax preparation itself is not guessing, but trying to determine a tax liability without planning, you end up guessing, all right? And there's a reactive mindset. Once December 31st hits, you have very limited opportunity in terms of things you can do from a tax planning, from a tax minimization, tax planning standpoint, all right? Now, as we get into tax planning, let's take a look here. Tax planning is forward-looking. It is a long-term approach. It can create huge and recurring tax savings. You can estimate the tax due within a reasonable amount. And it's proactive and architect mindset. Tax planning takes a team approach. And what I mean by that, you might have an attorney, you can have a financial advisor, you can have someone who specializes in compensation benefits. And then last but not least is a separate engagement. All right, so when I say forward looking, what do I mean? If you take the time to develop a tax plan, especially like the environment we're in right now, so we have a new tax law, and we know some of the changes are going to be in place until 2025. All right, so if you're in business, on real estate, looking at retirement, things like that, you can start projecting out long-term, taking an approach in terms of what your potential tax liability may be, as well as where you can create savings and either deferred tax, all right? And so this is where tax planning is different from tax preparation, waiting until the last minute. In other words, you sell your real estate first, and now you're dealing with the consequences of other taxes. Whereas before, if you're planning, you can decide when to sell, whether or not you should, what type of entity it should be in. You can determine a lot of these things on the front side. So tax planning and tax preparation really are two separate engagements, requires two separate skill sets. And yes, they are two separate fees. Sometimes tax planning can be even more detailed, if not more detailed than actual tax preparation, because like I said, you're projecting out, doing 2 or 3 different scenarios, or 2 or 3 different years, And within each year, you can do 2 or 3 different scenarios. So hopefully that helps you out on understanding a little difference between tax planning and tax preparation. My name is Byron Riley. I'm a CPA. Let me back up here. I forgot about this slide. All right, I'm recording this, and I'm not going to change it up. One thing about tax planning, I forgot about this, but it can help you address what is your goal. Are you trying to prepare for retirement? Are you trying to develop residual income, accumulate cash, transfer wealth, prepare for your kids' education, sell and buy a business of real estate, expand your business of real estate? These are some of the things you can do when you're tax planning. And tax planning is a component of your overall financial plan, all right? Especially you work with a financial advisor, you work with a CPA, you have an attorney, you should have a team, but tax planning should definitely be a part of it, all right? Final slide. I'm Byron Riley, CPA. Feel free to reach out to me. Here's my information. Look forward to hearing from you. And thank you for taking time to visit with me. All right. Have a great day.